and chapels rises the Pyramid of Djoser. It represents the belief of life after death and has suffered the ravages of time. On the highest point over the complex stands the oldest witness to the ancient world. There are about 80 pyramids remaining throughout Egypt. The most famous ones are found in Giza, but many more are found in other necropolises around the Nile Delta. Not all of the pyramids were designed to be burial grounds. Some were used as fake graves or cultural palaces. The Djoser Pyramid is one of the first pyramids in Egypt. 4,700 years ago, it was built by the legendary architect Imhotep. The pyramid has 6 steps and is 180 feet high. The form of the pyramid is based on the first mastaba. It consisted of only one stone step. In time, more and more mastabas were built on top of each other, and this is how the first step pyramids evolved. Although from the outside these pyramids differ from the Great Pyramids of Giza, inside all pyramids have these step forms. They only get their comparatively smooth surface from the amount of steps and the type of cladding. Not all finished pyramids are free from defects. The Meidum Pyramid is barely recognizable as a pyramid. It looks more like a multi-level tower. The visible remains are just the core of the old pyramid. Large parts of this pile of rubble used to be part of this pyramid. The Bend Pyramid is the oldest and also the strangest pyramid found in Egypt. Its most obvious feature is the huge bend halfway up. This may be due to problems with stability during the building phase. The Red Pyramid is also an astounding structure. Like the Bend Pyramid, it was built by King Snofru. As its name indicates, it is characterized by its red coloring. The builders learnt from their experience with the Bend Pyramid and were able to build the Red Pyramid without defect, making it 600 feet high. The most famous and arguably some of the most incredible formations of the Egyptian style are the pyramids of Giza. They are the only ancient wonders of the world not affected by natural catastrophes. Only a few miles outside Cairo, they are still the most favored destinations for tourists all over the world, as much today as 100 years ago. Here, visitors stand with amazement in front of the pyramids of Merenninos, Khephren, and Cheops. The internal structure of one pyramid could be totally different to another. At the Cheops pyramid, the burial chamber is in the center of the building. Many people claim that the path inside is part of a dark, branched labyrinth, which can only be navigated by the workers who built the pyramid. The curse of the pharaoh is also a legend. This can be said to be confirmed by the empty tomb inside the chamber. Even today, there are many questions surrounding the erection of these stone colossuses. Despite the fact that Egyptians knew of the wheel in their time, all of the heavy stones, often over a ton, were transported without carts or similar transport. The Cheops Pyramid, standing at its 350 feet, is the highest building around. Even though this colossal pyramid seems like a wonder in itself, the real wonder was supposed to have happened during the reign of Cheops. A man named Dedi was brought before the king and was able to reattach the head of a dead goose onto its body, making it live again. As a reward, the magician was promised a life of luxury. Stories like this allow archaeologists to examine the culture, beliefs, and intellect of ancient Egypt. The camels wait patiently in the hot desert sand. Although there are plenty of comfortable vehicles which now transport tourists effortlessly to the pyramid sites, camels are still the most popular form of transport. There can be no question. Approaching the pyramids on the back of a swinging ship of the desert. Close to the monumental structures rises another part of Egypt's legacy, the Sphinx. For over 4,000 years, as long as Egypt has existed, the mighty Sphinx has stared into the desert. There are many secrets and legends whispered even today. It is unclear whether it was built as a guardian for a tomb or as a portrait of a king. The most intriguing mystery is perhaps its broken nose. The most common assumption was that the cannons of Napoleon on his Africa crusade destroyed it, but this was proven wrong. It is more likely that a fanatical iconoclast broke off the nose to make a stand against religion or culture. So, since then, the Sphinx watches the burial grounds of the pharaohs without its nose.